Hey, good morning, Bears Den. It's Pop. Welcome to Six Bears 3D Printing. I just wanted to run a quick live this morning I'm all excited as usual. I wanted to share a few updates. Uh, I got to get right into it. Look, first thing I got to talk about is a new material I'm printing in. Yes, I know lots of people have been printing in it, but up until now, it's been a little bit, I thought, cost prohibitive into this carbon fiber 3D printing at home. When I first got into 3D printing a few years ago, it was expensive to get into carbon fiber. Everybody said you needed special materials, special machinery. Well, now I've got the upgraded machines. I've now started ordering carbon fiber from Elegoo. You can get it in a PLA format, a PETG format. You can get it, it's very cost effective. So I've started experimenting with it. I've started making model parts out of it. This is parts for a friend of mine. He's ordering a Jeep replica for his sister. So I've got that going on. I'll show you that in a minute. But look, in more practical terminology, I'm making pistol holsters out of it. You know, I'm making parts for a Starship Enterprise that you'll see over my shoulder. I'll show you that in a minute. I mean, I've been just making anything I could just think of off the top of my head out of this stuff. It's phenomenal. It costs as much as regular PLA. It's not any more expensive. Be sure to set your temperature settings. Pay attention to your settings. The bed runs at 60 degrees centigrade, not hot. But your nozzle, now mine, you do need to buy hardened steel nozzles. You do need to have a print head that has steel gears. Now that's important because those plastic gears will get chewed up. But steel gears and hardened steel nozzles. Your print temperature, mine I'm averaging 235. At 235, man, that baby is silky smooth. Pay attention to this finish. Folks, I'm talking, this is right off the printer. No finishing, no sanding, no post-production. Flawless, guys. Now, I know there are other brands. Hey, I swear by Elegoo, they never let me down. And no, I am not sponsored by them. I just happen to use their products in my shop. I've gone through 3 other brands of materials and printers in my shop. I landed on Elegoo, and it has been perfect. So, I mean, I can't complain. So, let me, I wish I had not started one project. Let me show you. I'm in the middle of a project. I did a 2.5 foot tall Optimus Prime, right around 300 parts, fully transformable. So I had decided to start Nemesis Prime, his evil twin. Well, sure enough, I would have printed him in carbon fiber if I didn't know it would be so cost effective. It's such a beautiful print. But I'm not going to throw all of this away. Now this is printed in standard PLA Pro from Elegoo. Look at that. I mean, this is a sharp, clean print. This is why I use their PLA Pro. They have amazing bundle prices. Okay, you can't beat it. But I would have loved to have printed this in carbon fiber if I would have known this. But some of us can't see the future. You know what I mean? So that's okay. He'll still look good in plastic. Well, carbon fiber, PLA, might as well. But let me show you what I'm really excited about. Now, what I'm going to show you is a project that I've been working on, and it is a mixture of PLA Pro and carbon fiber because I'm going to paint it, and some of it's, you'll see. I need the alternating tones and textures of the blacks because once I paint it, some of the black's going to show, some of the painting's going to show. So it has to have a certain appearance. This is what I'm calling the Jeep project. Now, I'm going to get some resin so I can do the headlights, of course, because I got to put the lenses in. And as you can see, you see bulbs in there. Yes, that's right, folks. These light up. The whole vehicle lights up. It's not done. It's not done. This is just an update. But I have custom created a soft top. Yes, you can see the shine. There's glass in there and everything. Okay. Now, the wheels turn, all that. It's just a custom project. This guy is ordering it for his sister. Now, when I'm done, it's going to have a nice bright red finish. But what's done is the hood vents are done in carbon fiber, and so are the fenders, to give it the same look that the real Jeep has, because hers is like a bright candy red. Beautiful Jeep. But the rag top's in black and has that cloth feel, and if you notice, the texture of the carbon fiber almost looks like a cloth. So it looks really good. Okay. So one thing that I was able to do is, let me do that on camera, I apologize. The lid comes off. Now I made this so that this is not completely set in yet. I have not finalized the electrical connections yet. So for now they're only taped, so that way when I know what is, which they are done now. So today I'm going to get the shrink wrap you put on your wiring, and then I use my heat gun on it, so that when it's done, the headlights work, tail lights work. It'll be a lot of fun. But that's why I made the engine flat, like this. So it's just a cover. Now what I'm working on today is I'm adding the doors on. I'm adding some interior detail that I want to finish. Now let me share a screen with you, and I'll show you the doors where they sit on my slicer right here. Here's the doors here as they're getting ready to go in. Now the doors, I'm going to put them on magnets so they can be snapped on and off. At this scale, you can only, 0.4 millimeters. It would be real fragile to do the post that a Jeep door sits on. So what I'm going to do is put magnets in the back of the door, and the door will snap on and off so that you can take the top off, take the doors off, and make it give it the off-road feel like a Jeep would have. Just a lot of fun that way, Just too much fun. Gotta have it. Now, in case you're wondering what I use for the when I'm trying to do this, I use I'm sorry, I've got lots of messages coming in at the same time while I'm trying to talk, and it's kind of distracting. Trying to read them, trying to talk, it gets crazy sometimes. I tend to use a lot of let me answer this messenger real quick. These folks are trying to ask me questions as we're talking. So let me answer them. They're asking me what I build it with and what type of glue I use. Now I use Starbond thick super glue. I get it off Amazon. It's phenomenal. But also, if you don't have time for that, I tell them to get the Gorilla Glue with the green lid, super glue gel. The gel is the only way to go because it's thick, and that way it won't run all over your model. So look, my favorite thing to use to design, and I may have closed it out by mistake. I think I did. So we're just going to end the stream. Let me take that back. My mistake. I did not mean to close that out, but I believe I did. Wait, no, I didn't. There it is. Now I can share it to you. Look at this. See, my lack of experience is showing there a little bit on you. I'm sorry, folks. Haha. Old Papa Bear still learning. Still learning. Okay. So this is, I use Tinkercad. Now, I don't know if any of you folks have ever used Tinkercad, but if you're new to 3D printing and you're trying to learn to model things, try Tinkercad. It's free. Offer free tutorials. These are the doors right here in Tinkercad as I was molding them. Let me tell you, Tinkercad, and you can see this live as I do it. I have a couple of hundred individual designs. You can see the different levels of the Jeep as I was designing them in Tinkercad. I have gone very elaborate. A lot of folks think Tinkercad is very, very limited. I'm here to tell you it is not. I have done some very elaborate designs in Tinkercad, up to and including Terminators, RoboCop, Tron, movie memorabilia. Star Trek, Optimus Prime. There you can see his cabin right there. So there's lots and lots of things. But if you're new to AutoCAD and you're trying to learn where do I get started learning designing, go to tinkercad.com, sign up for the free account, and follow the tutorials, and you can't go wrong. It will take good care of you, and it will teach you all the basics. And what's nice is the Tinkercad is made by Autodesk. Autodesk is an AutoCAD program company where it gives you the true basic commands to take you into further design. The stuff you learn there, you can transfer to Fusion, Autodesk, AutoCAD. It will take you deeper into your 3D printing. You can't go wrong with it. It will enhance everything you do. Now, I know I do Blender, I do Fusion, I do all of those, but ironically, this Tinkercad is still my favorite go-to for just some of this, what I consider simple stuff, like Optimus Prime. I know it didn't look simple, but it was. It does it all. It really does do it all. So let me give you. We're going to try a little experiment here. Now yes, I know I'm going to. Oh boy, scary thought. I am going to. I'm going to try to tell these folks I'm live. Some people, these aren't even questions about live now. Some folks, though, they got to say hi. They want to chit chat with old Papa Bear, but it's okay. Just letting them know, hey guys, hold off. I'll talk to you when I'm done. But that's okay. It's like that sometimes. It really is. And yet, even when you tell them you're live, they want to keep talking. All right. Sorry for the interruption, guys. Okay. Now, I'm going to try to take you. I'm experimenting. I know there's a way to cast you to my camera. I'm not real good at this. I don't want to mess up because we're not. Oh wait, yeah, there it is. Hold on. If I do this and I activate this, there we go. And open the window to that one. There we go. I believe you're sharing my camera at this point. Ha! It should be anyway. Okay, so we're going to try this, and if it doesn't work, I apologize in advance. But I want you to see this right here. I'm not entirely sure what you're seeing, so let's go back over here. I'm not sure I'm doing this right, and I'm going to feel bad if I'm doing it wrong, because it's not showing me what you're looking at. Isn't that terrible? Okay. Well, we're going to say hello to a viewer we got. There we go. So, okay, yep. Anyway, so what I was going to show you was the Enterprise that I finished. The stand turned out to be a little bit weak, so I will bring it to you. We ended up having to take the stand and turn it to carbon fiber, some of it, because this was a long time project. Now, what we're looking at here, the body of this is printed in a 5% aluminum infill, and the stand here was too weak. This is a very heavy project, and this ended up having to be done in carbon fiber. So once that new carbon fiber filament was done, it holds it real nicely. As you can see, it's a 1/350 scale, done in Classics Trek, but this is a 5% aluminum. Now, if you folks have never printed in this, it's extra durable, but very, very, very heavy at times. Hello, Alexandrine. Yes, I know. I know who that is. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining us on the broadcast today. You missed the little Jeep earlier. You'll have to go back and check that out, but it'll be worth you. It'll be worth you going back to look. Now, like I say, we're working in the carbon fiber. You kind of missed that. I'll let you know. One thing that's been real nice is with the new carbon fiber holsters that we're working on. They won't require any paint. They don't require any sanding. There's no post-processing. And from what I understand, they do hold paint exceptionally well. So we're going to do that from now on. We'll probably not be painting them except on customer request. We're going to be printing in matte black, as you can see here. Now, the funny part is, when I'm doing holsters, a customer will bring me their pistol, and I take custom measurements. Here I have what's called a German sports gun, 22 caliber, a very special pistol, beautiful to hold. But this one is my daughter's. She wanted a very special holster in a red and black. Check out this color changing. When you're joining your 3D printing, like I'm telling you guys, there are fun aspects, practical aspects, but you can combine both. Look at that color change. That's not a paint job. That's a simple color filament. And it perfect fit. This is just the case. I'm getting ready to put the clip on, the belt, everything else. But this is the main body of it. You can turn practical and fun all in one shot. So, yes, yep. Alexandrian says that's the best color change. Yes, it is. I like that. Now check this out. Here's another color change filament you guys can find. This is not a paint job. This is a blue to silver color change. I like how it comes through on all the pieces. Getting ready to put the clip on this, so this will be for sale. These have a spring-loaded clip on them. Actually, yeah, like this. So now, a piece of advice. If you're using 3D printing in your kitchen, I advise you to buy a roll of white PETG you can get it off Amazon. This is food grade plastic. Now there's a big difference in this because this is dishwasher safe. For instance, on my funnels, this is BPA free, food grade plastic. You can make cups, plates, anything you want out of it, but it's made for food, meaning that it is dishwasher safe. It takes a higher temperature. It's a lot different than standard PLA. This cup is made of standard PLA. Now, this is not for drinking out of, because, for instance, if you look inside, that's what standard PLA does when you put a hot liquid in it. If you do, this is what it does if you have the food grade. It doesn't permeate. Good piece of advice. Now, I do the funnels in a non-food grade for folks. And of course, I mark them in red so people know the difference. Okay. If you're not familiar with it, those of you who are new to 3D printing, here's some fun. Try a material called TPU. Comes in, standard blacks and whites and stuff, but it comes in fluorescent colors. Now, TPU is like rubber. Look at this. It stretches. Oh, man. Look, I can't break that. I make dog toys, cat toys. I make little bouncy, they look like dragon eggs, and they're crazy balls. You bounce them, you can slam them on the ground, and they bounce in funny directions all over the place. This stuff is fun. You can make practical items, fun items. I buy it in little rolls like this, so I get tons and tons of different colors at once. Now, the fun part is you can combine your printing. If you learn your slicer, you can make a code called an M600, where it'll pause it, move the print head, and let you reload the printer. So I can be printing in standard plastic. Switch, put the rubber on, and put a rubber coating like, say, traction on the bottom of a piece, like a big robot, like this guy back here. I will put rubber soles on his feet so that when I stand him up, he doesn't slide. Pretty cool. Now, you can't really tell because it'll be black rubber on black feet or blue rubber on blue feet. So when you do that, it'll help your prints. I do, and again, tires. These are real rubber TPU tires. Not that it's going to drive, but when you pick it up, there's that piece of fun knowing that, hey, they're real rubber tires. Okay. When you look over here to the side, now I'm going to turn the camera a little bit. Take a look over here. See the display shelf there? That big Optimus Prime over there, he has real rubber tires. Is he ever going to drive on them? No. But there's just something just fun about picking him up and know the tires are real. Isn't that crazy? You got to love doing it. Yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of stuff. And yes, my desk is a holy mess because I'm always crazy busy. I never know what I'm going to be doing. So that's about all I wanted to share with y'all today. I was excited. I wanted to tell you about the new carbon fiber printing. I wanted to show you all the progress on my new Jeep project, the finished Star Trek Enterprise. I'm very happy about that. Oh, wait. There is more thing I wanted to share with you. Oh, man, did I almost forget something. One of my biggest moments. I got to share a big one with you. My boy is done. This is a living, life-size Terminator 2 skull. Now, I think you've seen him on here before, but you didn't see him like this. Let me plug him in. He needs a little power, you know. He's a little dull without some go-go juice on him. Where did I put my battery pack? Now look, I'm going to look silly on camera because I don't know what I did with my battery pack. I've done moved everything last night. And I almost forgot to set this up for y'all today. Well, dadgummit, what did I do with it? Oh boy. Look, the hazards of having a crazy busy workspace. Let me tell you, sometimes it just doesn't pay. Well, I take that back. It does pay, but it doesn't pay. So, let me see. I can get you some juice over here. I'll just plug him in right under the desk. Right here. All right. So, the Terminator here was a long-term project of mine. One, I wanted him alive. He needed to see, and he needed to talk. I'm gonna grab him so you can see. There's no switches. What I've done is bury sensors here in his face. Okay. Yeah, he's talkative, isn't he? One sensor is for his eyes. The other sensor is for his voice. Look at that. So all together. Isn't that fun? And now, little special extra that I put in here. So I made it fun so that when I quote unquote unplug him, his eyes are off, sure. But guess what? I hid lithium-ion rechargeable batteries in here as well for the voice, so that if say I'm carrying him at a craft show, he keeps talking. Nice little surprise when you got him in your hands, and people want to take a look at him, and they're kind of shocked when he says something anyway. They're shocked because he's unplugged. It's fun. Now he's made of that 5% aluminum material. Done with. Oh, okay. He's a little talkative. Let me shut him off here. Okay. Well, let me show you. We're running a sound chip with lithium-ion rechargeable batteries, an Arduino Nano hidden up inside the cranium. Now the two USB-C plugs that you see here is one cut into a Y shape to plug in both chips at the same time, so I have one power cord. Made it a lot simpler so I can keep this battery charged just for that effect. Now, I can put a standard button on this chip, a light sensor, or even a magnetic sensor if I want one. Now, this skull was designed to go on a full-size body. This divot that you see right here is to go on a ball and socket joint, and eventually it will. right now I'm just using it as a reflector for the sound. But this chip will go inside the cranium, and then this will go on an actual neck. Yes, he has real hydraulic hoses sitting on here because that's for when he goes on the actual body I'm building. So there you go. As far as this project, this is 100% completed, hand done, hand chromed, and ready to go. Now you can print this on any one of them. This is printed on a standard size bed, nothing fancy. You can print this on any, from a basic ender all the way to a high-end system. You pick it, you can do this on any. So don't be discouraged if you have a basic model 3D printer, all the way to one of these $2,000 models. It's all about how much time you spend getting it dialed in. Okay, trust me, you can do it all. So that was what I almost forgot to show you. So thank y'all for stopping in. If y'all have any questions, hit me on Discord, hit like, subscribe, shoot me messages, join me on Facebook. I accept all invites. And if you have questions, if you're trying to get into the hobby, hit me up. I love helping people get into this hobby. So I'll talk to you later. I'll see you next time. And watch for some of my recorded messages. Not everything's live. Sometimes I get a random thought in the middle of the day or night, and I just throw a little recording in there. Thank you for stopping by. Talk to you later. Bye.